Hello, do you have some to protest? I understand. And while protesting is a vital part of any thriving democracy, it's also the kind of thing that can really require some interesting fitness that you wouldn't necessarily expect, nor would you have trained for. And while you're marching for hours on end, you don't want your lower back to be the thing protesting. You should be the thing protesting, not your body, because you're lacking the fitness or the movement or the mobility or whatever it is to protest for hours on end. You need to be out there, you need to protest, you need to stand up for what you believe is true. I'm gonna help you get there. This is your protest workout. We're gonna start with some core work, then we're gonna go into arm and cardio, endurance and strength. Then we're gonna finish off with more core work, more lower back work, and some stretches. All of this is stuff that you can do before and after any protest march to keep your lower back happy, to keep your core engaged, and to keep your energy up. Let's get started. So for this workout, you're gonna need, you can't see, but I'll show you. You're gonna need a set of heavy weights for squats. So I'll be using my barbell. You don't need a barbell, just anything you can use. If you haven't worked out in a while, you can use your own body weight. You don't need to use any weights per se. I also have a set of dumbbells. They're relatively light. We'll be doing ventral raises with them, overhead presses, stuff like that. Again, if you haven't worked out in a while, you can use lighter weights or even something like 2 glass jars. Just make sure they won't fall on the ground and break. You could hold like heavy candles in your hands. You could hold wine bottles. Whatever. You could actually even do this workout with the signs that you plan to hold up. So you can actually train with what you're gonna use. Just saying. You also need a yoga mat or soft ground because we are going to be starting on the ground and finishing on the ground. So without further ado, let's get down there. We will be just on the ground for a while. So if you want to bring a chair nearby so it can help you get back off the ground, be my guest. So roll on back, bring your lower back, or let's say you start with your head on the ground, your knees slightly bent. We're gonna do some pelvic tilts. This is a good way to let the core and the back start talking to each other. So as you exhale, press your lower back against the ground. You'll feel your hips slightly tilt toward the sky. This is called a posterior pelvic tilt. So you can feel the back of your hips are pressing into the ground, your lower back is wide, and your abs are slightly engaged. And on your next inhale, let your lower back lift, push the tailbone more deeply into the ground, and you might feel a quite large space underneath your hips, or underneath your lower back. And go through this. So you'll rock into a posterior pelvic tilt, and then you'll rock into an anterior pelvic tilt. And this is just, my hips just popped actually, so obviously this is a nice way to warm up the muscles around the hips and the core. Also, if your back hurts, like honestly in the middle of the protest, you could get down on the ground in a safe space and do a few of these, and it might just really help your spine, your hips, and your rib cage reset. 2 more of these. Good, and final one. Okay, keep that lower back pressed to the ground so you'll feel your core active. Take your hands to your rib cage and use the muscles of your upper belly to just pull those ribs slightly in. So you felt them tuck in. It almost feels like they tuck underneath your muscles. Now keeping the abs keeping your abs strong. It doesn't matter what they look like, it doesn't matter what they feel like. Just notice this tension that you've created. Holding still with your core, interlace your hands underneath your head and bring your elbows to the sky. Exhale slowly as you come into a seated position. Elbows point forward. Inhale slowly as you lower. And keep going like that. The goal is to keep your abs completely still the entire time. And this is actually my personal way of alleviating lower back pain. I also tend to get like a sore lower back if I walk a lot, even more than if I run a lot. It's really walking that kind of starts to get it. So I do this core work before I go for a hike or a walk or on a protest march. And the goal is to really keep the lower back deeply pressed into the ground and to keep the abs engaged but still. So they're not really moving, they're just holding still the whole time. Good. Here's 2 more. 1 more. And you might notice a stretch underneath your rib cage. That's correct. Now here, using your belly, not your neck, pulse higher, 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 higher. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now take your hands out from under your head. You might move your feet slightly closer, but challenge yourself by keeping the feet relatively far away. And we go into penguins. Oh yeah. Reaching hands towards the ankles, right along the ground. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Yes. Bring both knees to your chest. Rock the lower back against the ground. So this warm-up functions to activate the ab muscles, stretch the lower back muscles, and get you excited. So bring your feet directly up to the sky. If you have to hold your legs with your hands, do so. Point and flex those feet. Ankle mobility is such a vital part of our ability to walk, squat, move, run, generally protest. So let's get the ankles more mobile with this warm up. Now circle the toes around. And then go the other way. Oh, nice. Okay, bend the knees over the hips, open the arms out to the side. You could bend the elbows if you don't have enough space. Keep the knees together, bring the knees right, look left. Come through center, knees left, look right, and center. Oh yeah. Stretch out the lower back. Turn on those obliques. Good. I suggest exhaling to the side, inhaling through the center. Almost there. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. 1 more here. Yes, come back into the center. Interlace your hands underneath your head, elbows to the sky, tuck your chin, curl, look to your knees, separate your feet. Let's go through some bicycles. So elbow to the knee, elbow to the knee. I wanna go a little bit fast here so we can get the blood pumping. Hips on the ground, shoulders on the background. Lower back is still on the ground. Great, here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And knees to chest. Head on the ground again. Keeping your knees as close to your chest as you can. Take right hand around knees. Guide knees to the right. Open up your left arm. This is also a really great movement if you have like a sudden pain in the back. You can bring your knees to your chest, lay on the ground, rock them to one side, and you'll feel such a loosening of the muscles in the middle of the back. And now come to the center, switch, knees right to the chest, hand around the knees, move your knees to the opposite side. Oh, tailbone's tucked way under. And now bring your knees all the way up to the center. Good. Okay, so let's send our legs up to the sky. Point those toes. Take your hands into fists and give me some punches. Hands side to side on the ankles. This is our last warm up down here. I am supporting a peaceful protest, so I'm not encouraging you to throw some punches, but the sensation of feeling strong, feeling ready to fight the good fight, I definitely support that. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to your chest, tuck your chin, roll up to a seat, and you are ready to get on your feet. So we don't need this yoga mat until the end. If you want to move it out of the way, you're welcome to do that. And we start some circuits here. So stand up, move the arms around, get the blood flowing in a different way. Nice job there. We'll end on the ground, but we'll be facing down for the next time. Oh yeah. Okay. And now let's land our feet, circle the arms around. We've got a lot of shoulder work today. You're gonna be holding those signs up for hours, no problem. Switch directions. Right. Good. And now, one hand around the belly, give yourself a hug. Good, you deserve it. Other hand gives a slap. No. Again, peaceful. This is not a big slap. It's a big, big high five. Last two, last one, and switch sides. Over, open, over, open, over, open, over, open. I love warming up my shoulders like this. Here's two, here's one, and now knee circles. Okay, so we have 3 exercises 2 times through because we shouldn't have to be doing this bullshit once, so we're only gonna do it twice. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough that we had to do it once. Now that we have to come back out and do it again, a little upsetting. So the buck stops here. We do everything 2 times. That's all. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you can stay like this. Just move it around a bit. I'm gonna show you what we've got going on first. So with or without the weights, you never have to use them. We're going to a mud walk. That's what it's called. So knee up, 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 up. And one of the goals is to tuck the tailbone under so you get a nice wide lower back. Next is a lateral ventral raise. So arms out to the side, down, out to side, down. Final thing here is a side to side leap, if you will. I'm gonna move this forward and backward. So we know these protests get kind of wild. Sometimes people get in the way. You gotta move out nice and fast. 1, 2, 3, 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also building up some of the cardio strength. So we are gonna get started. Okay, so 45 seconds of each move. Grab onto those weights. In 10 seconds, we start with the mud walk. It's 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds in between. 5, 4, shoulders down, go. So knees right to the chest and tailbone tucks under ever so slightly. Good. Hands stacked over the shoulders. Gaze softly over the nose. Try to point the toes. Good. If you want to add a bit of a shrug here, for some of us, that can actually be really positive and energizing, especially if you're someone whose shoulders are chronically low. A shrug here can help, but just listen to your body. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay. Oh, I think we have ventral raises next. You can set the weights down if you want. You don't need to. Yeah. So we've got a lateral raise. Okay, ready, steady, go. Feet right underneath hips. Getting those shoulders where they need to be so you can start carrying way crazier signs and holding them up for longer. Good. Make sure that the rib cage isn't sticking out. Remember that sensation of your lower back being flat against the ground. It won't be exactly like that here, but it's a good mental reminder to keep the lower back wide, to keep the abs engaged. 10 more seconds. Ooh, 5 seconds. And release. Okay, side steps, side leaps, side get out of the ways, moving forward and moving backward. Starts in 5 seconds, and then we move on to the second round. Go. And back. Or you can go, further if you have more space than I do. Oh. Keep it up. Big, wide side steps. This one gets the heart rate going. 15. Oh, inner outer thighs. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew. Round 1 done. We gotta come back. We'll go out as many times as we need, but hopefully it's only twice. Nothing's worse than protesting the same thing again and again. Go. Mud walk. Knee to chest. Tuck that tail under. And if you need to take a longer rest at any time, you can pause the video and come back. Really get the tailbone tucked under. 15 seconds. Ooh, 10. 5 seconds. The standing knee is slightly bent. Rest. Okay. Oh, I did it again. Damn it. Wasn't I just lecturing us on not having to do things more than once? Okay. Lateral ventral raise. Ready, go. This is also a good time to practice your best standing form. So ideally, the heels are under the hips, and that means the center of your butt cheeks, not wider. That's gonna help keep your pelvis neutral and ultimately, hopefully, help with the lower back pain, as well as just allow you to stand up strong and tall for longer. Good, 10 seconds. Tuck the shoulder blades into their socket when you raise your arms. Release. Okay, side to side, leaps, steps, get out of the ways, agility training. That's what we need. Starts in 5 seconds, and then we move on to new exercises after this. Go. Oh, maybe bigger, maybe faster, maybe stronger. Learning the best tactics as we go. 15 seconds. Ooh. 5 seconds. Rest. Nice. Okay. Grab a sip of water, stay moving. I'm gonna show you what is coming next. So next, we have a hop. Yes, 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 listen. We'll call that a listen hop. Then we have a clean and press. So you're gonna wanna get a set of dumbbells that's not quite as heavy as your normal squat weight. So the idea here is we are Picking up our sign from the ground, getting underneath it so we can lift it up over our head, and doing it again. Notice when I do this motion, my arms never go in front of my body. This is not a bicep curl. It is not a forearm curl. The elbows will go to the side. You'll squat to get under, push up, squat to catch, open, and go down. So we need some rotation of the shoulders and the wrists and the elbows. After that, you're gonna do a back squat. So the weight will be on your back. If it hurts your back, I'll show you an option. Anyway though, bring that bar up, set it on the upper back, and you squat, stand. What's this like? Putting your friends on your shoulders so you're taller. That's right. So grab onto those weights, and we will start with our hopping motion. Oh yeah, for the back squat, if it's too much for you to have it on your back, you can have a weight underneath you like that. Okay, hopping starts in 5 seconds. Work the calves. Ready, go. What's an option instead of hopping? Heel lift, heel lift, heel lift. What's a way to up level this? Hop on a wall, hop on a wall, hop on a wall. Try to get all the way to the top of that wall. You don't necessarily have to look up. Another foundation is just getting excited. That's right. Hear me shout. Hear me shout. I'm standing up for what's right. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. You can also hold your boobs there. If the boobs are like, oh, we're protesting, wrong thing. We are protesting, not our body, not our body. Okay, ready? Clean and press. Go, little bit up and over. So it's pop, push, up. This one will also get your heart rate going. That's good. Build in some endurance. And this, if you do this with dumbbells, it's just basically the same movement. Your palms will be facing each other. 15. I'm breathing hard. 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Same weight or different weight for the back squat. I do suggest cleaning and pressing it up over the back. Let's go. Put your friend on your shoulders. That's right. Bum is just hanging out way back above the heels. Gaze forward slightly of your nose. Pull your belly up and in. 15 seconds. 10. Hang out for a moment at the bottom if you can. Make sure your friend is comfortable and settled before you lift him up. And release. Excellent. Round 2 of your hopping. If the back ever hurts, you can always do some standing cat-cows now or at the protest. Ready, go. You can move around. Crowd surges forward. Yes. Talk to your friends on this side. We're doing it. Talk to your friends on that side. We don't want to do this again. Face the front. We are brave. 15. 5. 4. rest. Okay, clean and press is next. Final round here. Whew. Getting a little sweaty. That's good. No one says you have to smell good at a pro test, and no one does, so there. Ready, go. $15. 5. And rest. Yes. Okay. Oh. So, final round of our back squat. Then we have one more standing circuit to go before we go back to the ground. Go. Yeah. So showing you my side form. If you can get low enough to drop the knees, or the hips below the knees, you're gonna be working that booty in the best way. But this is also all about the quads, which are key muscles for walking, for marching, for moving, for changing the course of history. 5 seconds. And rest. Excellent. Okay, we will need this one heavy weight again for our final circuit. Get some water, stay moving. I'm gonna show you what's coming. So we have a sagittal ventral raise here, and if possible, all the way over the head. So front, 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 up, down, 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 okay? Elbows straight. Then we have a clap under. High five your friend. Yes, yes, we did it, we did it. Yes, yes, we did it, we did it. You can also go slower. You don't gotta hop. Good. And then final thing is a deadlift. Now, this is not necessarily the way I want you to pick up your sign. However, it's good lower back, booty, and hamstring training. Hamstrings tend to be injured easily as we age, so let's bite that in the bud now. So a deadlift is with the lower back nice and wide, heavy weight in our hands. We lower down probably just below our knees and come back up. It's not a squat. The knees are just softly bent and you stand up, keeping the spine straight and long. Okay, so let's get ready. 5 seconds for our sagittal overhead raise and go. And this is our final weighted standing circuit. After this, we go back to the ground for some more low back training, and we're gonna finish off with some work in the hips. Another thing that can start to get worn down with lots of walking, lots of marching. So we'll strengthen some of the connective tissues there, and then we'll call it a day, and you will be ready to save the world. 15 seconds. Good. 10 seconds. 5 more. Good, and rest. Make sure you don't flop out of movements. Stay, functional. Keep the form even when the movement has ended. Okay, clap unders. Go. High five. Oh yeah, blood is pumping. 30 seconds left. Right to the end. Keep the movement. 15. 5. Rest. Woo. Deadlifts. Deadlifts are next. Okay. Abs braced. Remember, sensation of lower back pressing to the ground. Go. The grip is an overhand grip. Make sure the knees are not locked. At the top, stand up straight. Try not to lean back. "15 seconds. If your weight is lighter than mine, go faster. You gotta keep up the intensity in order to get fitter. 5. And rest. Okay, so 10 seconds till we start over again with our sagittal raise. In 5, ready, go. If your weights are lighter and you are keeping the front of your rib cage pulled backward, you're welcome to go faster here, to wave that flag. Smooth breath. Exhale to top, inhale to bottom. "10 seconds. Five, elbows straight. And relax. Okay, you can move these completely aside, these dumbbell. Oh, unless you're using them for the deadlift. Keep them out if you're using it for that. 5 seconds, final. Clap unders, go. Right under that thigh. 30 seconds. Oh, 5, 3, 2, 1. We're done with that. Deadlifts, that's all we got left. Starting in 5 seconds. Whoa. Go. Shoulder blades pulling toward each other the whole time. We never look like Quasimodo. They always look courageous and confident. Noted, Quasimodo was quite courageous. Quite courageous. I just mean get that posture in check, people. 15 seconds. 10. Oh, abs engaged at the top. 5. And rest. Okay, yes. So the cardio strength portion is done. We're gonna come back to our mats, finish off with a little bit more lower back and hip training before we stretch and call it a good effort. Hopefully a change-making situation. Okay, so come on down to the ground, and if you're breathing heavy, take your time. When you're ready though, lower all the way down so that your ribs and your hips are against the ground. Relax your head on your hands. Open your knees to the side so that they're maybe even off your mat. Bring your heels together, flex your feet. Pressing heels together, relaxing neck and shoulders, lift and lower the thighs. 30 seconds on the clock. So this is a great glute activation that you can do before a pro test as a warm-up or after, so that you can help your butt start working out more than the back, right? We want the glutes to be primary movers more than those tired low back muscles. And now we just hold for 10 seconds. Knees wider. And release. Toes to the sky. Let the feet rock side to side. This is also a nice lower back warm up. Hip mobility. Okay, so now bring your legs long, bring your arms long, and we're gonna swim. So head is above the ground, elbows are straight. Lift up right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Focus on trying to keep those arms straight overhead and just hovering your head a little bit off the ground. Ribs and hips are on the ground. This one is for 30 seconds as well. This is a good everyday exercise, honestly, especially if you have the type of job where you're on a computer a lot or, facing forward, keeping your hands in front of your body. Okay, if you'd like, for the final 10 seconds, swim faster. 5, 3, 1, release. Awesome. Place your hands under your shoulders. Come back into a child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Okay, now come on up and roll over onto your side. So we're gonna work those hip muscles as I mentioned before. Bring your knees forward of your body on the mat. Bring your chest and your hips and your spine to the back of the mat. Start with those knees flush, lined up with each other. Pull the abs in. Place your hand on your upper hip. Make sure it never opens to the sky. Lift and lower your knee. So once you feel that your hand is stabilizing, the hip is stable under the hand, then you can move your hand in front of your belly and just relax it there. We just want to make sure we're working the hip muscles, not the back muscles. So when our hips open up, those back muscles engage. The knee only goes so high as nothing else in the body moves. Good. And now keep this leg at the top, give it some pulses, keep it in control. 10 seconds. Good. 5 seconds. And now we draw a circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now tuck your bottom foot in a bit. Grab your top foot. Give yourself a quadricep stretch. Relax your head on your arm. Yes. This is also one of the, I think, the easiest ways to really get into the quadriceps because you can relax here. One more breath here. Good, and release. Let's flip over to the other side. So this is a good thing to do before a pro test as well to activate your hip muscles. So knees lined up with the hips and each other. Abs are pulled in, hand on the top hip to make sure it stays steady. Lift and lower. Go. So you'll feel like the muscles moving around. You will feel some change in the bones, but you're not gonna feel the front hip bone open to the sky. You will not feel that. Almost there. You could exhale up and inhale down. Good. Good. Okay, come on up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Right here at the top. Good. 5 more seconds. And now draw a circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Yes, okay. Roll over onto your back. Do it. Oh, no. We gotta do the quad stretch. Oh, that's the best part. There we go. So bottom foot pulls in. I just said no, the way my mom does. Emily, no. We are not going to target right now. We're going to protest. That's right, Mom. Knee pulls further back. And release. Okay, roll over onto your back. Press your lower back against the ground. One ankle over the opposite leg. Figure 4 stretch. Try to grab the bottom thigh and pull the knees closer to the body. This is perfect for after the march. When your knees are tired, your lower back is tired, your hips are all tight from walking in a straight-ish line. This is a great stretch for that time. And now let's release, switch, ankle over thigh, pull legs closer to the chest, flex both feet to protect those knees and hips. And now we go to happy baby pose because we are setting up the young people for a better future. Holding on to underneath the knees or the toes as I'm showing. And now bring the knees to the chest, tuck your chin, roll up one more time. Find a comfortable seat. You might be sitting on a chair or a pillow, that's fine. Bring one arm across the body to stretch those hard-working shoulders. Pull the shoulder back into the socket so you feel the stretch at the front and top of the arm. And now open the hand to the side, pull the head toward the shoulder, bring your chin to your chest, and chin to sky. Good, couple more times. Your neck probably worked overdrive, turning to see what was around you, to see the speaker. So this is a great after protest stretch. Be nice, push your head up, open the arms and switch arms. So we pull it across and then tuck it into the socket, and we lift and lower that arm. One more hold. And now open. Pull your head away from the extended arm. Gently navigate chin to chest, chin to sky, chin to chest, chin to sky. One more round. Good, and now push your head up. Great. Let's take a breath together. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Give yourself a bow. I bow to you. Thank you so much for being willing to go out to march and protest for what you believe is right, to support your friends in the process, and to set up a better tomorrow. I'm so grateful to you, and I hope this workout served your needs. Be sure to comment below. Let me know if you'd like to see more protest workouts and which part of your body seems like it needs the most training or relaxation related to your protest marching and sign waving, okay? Happy to serve you.